Good evening.
Oh, that is pretty.
Someone requested no music tonight, so I thought this might be a safe place to, here, let's put the windows down. This was a hotel, and, it was actually, I found out, housing homeless that were here, and it burned. You're shocked, aren't you, darling?
I am.
It burned to the ground. It was a great big Quality Inn off the freeway with that kind of funny, cheesy there's a little part of it there. They used to have a restaurant and it shut down. It's sort of sad. They had good midnight nachos. I don't know. I don't know if someone fell asleep with the, did someone fall asleep with the, cigarette in their hand or something? At first I had thought, oh, is this like an insurance thing because they, don't have anyone staying there because of COVID or something. But then it was like, well, maybe not. Maybe they had a rough group staying there that were using lighters and things like that. I remember driving by it and I had no idea that it was on fire and thought, oh, they're spraying it for COVID or something. But it really went down to the ground, did it not?
I wonder if the Catholics are going to have to take in the homeless now.
So the homeless lost, it was big, it really was. It was many stories, not like a tower or anything.
The Catholics are going to have to take them in.
The Catholics?
The church up there, St. Mike's?
St. Mike's, they kind of do that anyway. I don't know what they're doing at the moment. Shall we?
Drive back?
How about we go by Wheeler really fast? And then we'll come back. How's
and then
that?
we can let the dog run around.
And then, yeah, because he's got to run around. That's why we came out.
Yeah, he's throwing a bit of a temper tantrum. But that's life with a dog.
Yeah, he was saying, come on, you guys, it's a gorgeous night.
Babe needs some wants.
So we will check out Wheeler Road for you all. That's St. Mike's. That's the Catholic place. And they have opened up there. And then we are going, now there's a little dentist, and then down there is the very expensive brand new Thurston County Housing Association. Oh my gosh, Bloodworks. And somebody, there was somebody who was trying to really get me to follow up on that more, that the blood stuff here is, I don't know, that there's some kind of creepy element to it. The whole vampire thing, it does. And sometimes it's like, what was it? There's a really funny line from All in the Family where Edith is running around in a show saying, I don't want to learn nothing. And that's how I feel sometimes. Probably all the time about a lot of Olympia, but before the sun completely goes down, I guess we will try to take a quick drive through here quietly. How is that, everyone? What do you think? It looks like here we've got everybody coming now. That's too funny. All right. Not sure what the little cone is for there, but see, we do have our little, we've got porta potties. Is that something else to buy some stock in? Porta potties along with the tents. And then here's this little place here. And We just got kind of zoomed by, so we kind of missed we missed the one that's on the private property, but here we are starting up. Is that one called Slug Hollow? Do you think they all have? Should we call that one Slug Hollow?
Slug Hollow.
And then this is the one. Here's our little keep out. Here's our little colonizers that are calling the public property a private camp. So that's the little royalty section. And
Where the royal family lives in the homeless.
the royal family of the homeless. Well, remember, now talking about Tom's stories, he went into one of these camps and met the mayor. And the mayor was like this kind of slick guy from Compton who had a big desk in the tent. He had a mayor's desk.
Wow. And what did Tom do in there?
I don't know. I think he just sort of went in to, I guess, meet the mayor. It looks like they've got some stair work going on.
Who did he try to? I think he tried to.
He was kind of being just a little snoopy.
Yeah, wasn't Tom a social worker for many, many years? He worked with the homeless.
He worked for BHR, and those people, it was one of those things where they kept changing his job around all the time. But originally, he worked at a place called the Cove, where people with, mental issues and things lived. But then he would come during the day and hang out in this kind of what they called a common area that had like a little kitchen and stuff. And he would, make spaghetti and, play checkers and chess with people. It was just kind of a little job like that. I went on it with him a couple of times. And then, I don't know why, but, places will do this. They'll get new management and they'll decide, oh, that job looks too cushy, or, oh, we're going to change things up. And suddenly they got rid of the Cove and just had people live in apartments on their own, and suddenly everyone was lonely, and suddenly Tom was just having to drive from apartment to apartment. And he said, I'm not a social worker anymore. I'm not just a, but I'm a driver. He said, buy me driving gloves. I'm a driver. And all I do is drive around all day. And then because they made so many bad and stupid decisions, the BHR almost went under. They lost tons of money. And there were all kinds of crazy stories and wild things going on, weren't there?
Yeah.
With the whole thing. So no, those people were not homeless, but Tom kind of liked to think of himself, he was really big into volunteering for some reason.
He really was. I always remember he would be going from place A to place B. He was always doing something. That's what I always look back on whenever I remember Tom.
But he was really curious. I remember he said, I dressed down and I kind of snuck around, to see what was going on. So he was a little bit furtive too.
Speaking of which, he never cared for fashion.
He never what?
Cared for fashion.
Oh, really?
Remember
Or he had his own sort of fashion, remember?
Yeah, remember